So one of the biggest things that we've been missing in the van is running water for our sink. If you'll have seen in previous videos, you'll have seen that us using a big sort of freshwater container and our new favourite Fairy, not sponsored, soak spray for cleaning our dishes, and then like washing our hands and stuff is just grim. Just grim experience. So we've been wanting to get running water in the sink for a while, so now we have a tap kit that we've got off eBay. We tried to get one off Amazon or off one of the camping shops, but because of where we live, they were adding on like anywhere from £30 to £50 for postage packaging, and I was like, that's a bit extreme. But Tony actually found one on eBay, exactly what we were looking for, and it was free shipping, thank goodness. So we got it. So we have our wee tap that has a swivel head on it, and then our wee micro switch activated water tap. And then underneath it we have our water feed and our wire for our water tap and pump. So you're probably wondering why I'm holding it on this random piece of countertop with holes in it, and that is because whenever we looked at the pictures for these taps, we could see that a lot of them were meant to sort of fit on sinks, like direct onto the sinks, which makes sense because the you know, the hole sort of made for it, and it's thin metal. But we looked at this picture and we thought this one actually looks quite long for the thread, so it will fit on the countertop. But then we got it and yeah, no, it doesn't. It's meant for the metal sinks. So a way around that, what I've done is I've done a few test holes, as you can see, in a bit of scrap countertop, just to see what way the tap would fit in. So as you can see, you know, that one was too big, and then we were like, well, it's too deep, so how's the nut going to go on? So what I've actually come up with is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a big hole halfway through the countertop, and then do the hole for the opening for the thread all the way through the countertop, and then what that'll do is that'll give me enough space to get the nut on to secure it, and then also enough space to actually be able to tighten the nut on as well. So as you can see, it's like a wee rebaited hole inside. So I need to clear out the bottom of the sink so I can get enough space to start drilling holes, because I have to drill from underneath. But what I'm going to do as well is, you'll have seen in previous build videos of me trying to get in and around all these spaces. I'm going to take the door off so I actually have space. Now, if you're skinny, you won't have to do this, but if you're me, you will have to do this. There we go. So now we've done the bit at the bottom, let's do the bit of tap. So the wee water tap kit is actually quite impressive. It's sort of come with loads and bits and pieces. Like, it came with the wee clamps for the water pipe. It's come with its own jubbly clips to secure the pipes onto the fittings for the tap. And then it's also come with, hang on a sec, get to the bottom of the bag. It's like a lucky dip, if you're old enough to remember that. It's actually come with the electrical connectors as well, so that we can connect the wires into where we need to. So I'm just going to put it all into the sink so they don't get lost. But yeah, it's quite impressive that it's came with everything. I thought we'd only got the tap, the containers and the pump. This is the pump, by the way, we submersible pump, and it actually has electrical connectors on it already as well. So it sort of has everything you need for this, which is quite good. In order to make life a little bit easier, because as you can see, it's really graceful me getting in underneath this sink, what I'm going to do is, I've got plenty of length in the wire, so that's okay, but I'm going to secure the hose on first, so that I don't have to try and feed it up through when it's all put into the sink. As you'll see here, the hole is really close to the edge of the sink, and I immediately went, oh no, I've not taken that into account, this isn't going to fit properly. But it just fits in perfectly, so it does, like it was done on plan. So I'm just trying to orientate the jubilee clip and the hose connection so that if I have to take it off, I don't have to take the whole tap out again. So hopefully this is right. Ooh. Maybe move that out of the way. So now we're going to try and feed it through the hole. And this is where we find out it didn't fit. So let's see. Get the big tube down there first. So it didn't fit. Jubilee clip, too big for the hole. So we'll have to do it from underneath. So yeah. Brilliant. I don't know how much of that you're going to see, but all my planning of, you know, hoping to make that easy just wasn't the case. It wasn't easy at all, so it wasn't. So now I need to put the hose onto the pump, and so the pump is to go into the water container, something like that there. So I just need to make sure I give myself enough hose just to go into the bottom of the tank, and just a little bit of give so I can take them out easy enough. But that's way too much hose, so I'm just going to cut this down to size. So I think about there is more than enough, considering this tank's going to go into the back. So if we take that from there, just cut it like this. So right, that should be up. As it should. So the idea is it goes in, it hits the bottom, it stops any splashing on it. It's actually quite nice, that one. So then the water gets picked up, and then we just wire this in. So in order to run the pump for the water tap, we need electric. Now thankfully we'd actually left a bit of wire here for potential TV, or just in case we needed 12 volt for down here. So we're going to tap into this wire. We'll probably run a wee bit of trunking down here at some point, and then we've just drilled a hole in the corner of the sink just to feed the wire for the pump down through. So I'm just wiring in the pump, and I almost had this finished actually, and I realised that I hadn't actually ran the wire through the countertop, and I had it all wired over here, and it was kind of like, well, that's not going to really work very well. So I've had to cut that bit off and run the wire down in, but it means you're not going to see it. So all I'm doing is running a wire from the switch to the pump, and then from the pump to our mains, and then all the way back again to the fuse box. So luckily enough, I had actually forgotten, but I'd already pre-wired this up to a switch and into the fuse box. So all I needed to do was put a 10 amp fuse in for the water pump. So now we're just going to test it. So we have the isolation buttons under the bed for the likes of the bathroom lights and to isolate this water pump. So I'm going to turn the isolation switch on, and then if we lift this pump up, now with it being a submersible water pump, you shouldn't run it for any more than like a couple seconds for testing without the water, but let's just see if it works and make sure I don't get electrocuted at the same time. Hey! Let me see if we can hear that. So now that we have the pump wired up to the tap and the hose and all done for the water pump, Tony's going to go and fill the jerry can, and then we're going to put everything back together and give it a proper test with water. So we have them two in. So we do. There for now. And then the trap. Right. So that goes in like that. For now anyway, and then this goes into here. So now that we have the waste back together, everything plumbed up, we're going to give it a test with the sink now. So as you can see, that has worked out really well, and just checked as well, and there's no leaks, so it's came out really really good. I'm really actually impressed. The only thing is the pump's quite powerful, so you do use quite a bit of water, but still of all, like, running water in the van, like, what an achievement that is. I can't believe I've got running water in the van. No more hand wipes. We can actually wash our hands with soap. So now I have everything secured in place. I've put a few clips on the hose just to take the strain off it. Put a wee hole in for the waste tube, so that's not going to go anywhere now. And then we've actually strapped it in, so if we break or anything, the water's not going to go flying about. The water's not going to go flying about the place.
We hope you enjoyed this week's video, and we'd like to invite you to subscribe so that you don't miss out on more adventures.